I'm Jeff Mack. I'm a commercial real estate broker with Newmark Grubb Knight Frank in the Philadelphia practice, and I'm pleased to introduce Chris Cera. Chris is the CEO of a Philadelphia company called ArcWeb Technologies. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you. We are a digital product design and development company. We focus on the healthcare and the financial sectors. We are just over 6 years old. We started at a co-working space called Independence Hall, which is in Old City. And we initially were just doing software development and project management. And over time, now fast forward 6 years, we do three things. The first is digital strategy, which is essentially a form of management consulting. The second is user experience and design. And the third is software engineering, where we make the digital products work. One of the things that makes us unique is that we do the three things: the digital strategy, the UX, and the engineering all together. So typically you might have three different firms or three different budgets that you have to manage. So with us, you can basically have a single partner as your go-to-market partner. And so we work with a lot of Fortune 500s that have innovation groups, or VC and private equity-backed companies that are basically trying to go fast, because you basically have one single partner, one hand to shake, that can basically bring you from an idea all the way to in market. As far as continuing to grow and whatnot, from my own personal perspective, I feel pretty focused on just trying to continue doing what we do now, only do more of it, if that makes any sense. So sure. There's always shiny objects in business and things that you want to try or do, that, whether it's a market expansion or a new product. And I think we're really just trying to stay laser focused on what we do and what we're good at. So our mission statement is to build products that people love. And it's actually an offshoot. It's been an evolution. It actually started off as stop building crappy products, and then we decided to flip it around and make it a very positive thing. And I think a lot of people, when they're working in digital systems, they forget that these systems actually support people. And so just putting that emphasis on people first helps to remind us that we're really doing the business that we're doing, so then people can get their job done. And a lot of our clients, being in Philly and in this region, and also just focusing on healthcare and the financial sector, a lot of what we end up doing is B2B products. And so B2B products, I think people typically don't like, right? It's like, oh, I got to use this crappy system at work or something like that. And they begrudgingly are using it because it's part of their job. And we want to basically make it where people love their job and they love the things that they're doing their job with. Locally, we work with a lot of large and small companies. One of the recent case studies is with Penn Medicine. It was a product called Our Directives, and it's something that helps a patient in a healthcare setting register their healthcare advance directive. So you can specify certain preferences for the patient, where you say, I don't want feeding tubes or an oxygen tank, or you can specify who your healthcare proxy is, the person who can make decisions for you if you're unable to make decisions, or essentially terminal, where your conditions are getting worse. So there's all kinds of laws and whatnot that trigger it. And it's a huge problem in the health system, and a huge problem from sort of a moral perspective, because ultimately you have a system that keeps people alive almost at any cost, regardless of the quality of their care. And that's kind of the way the system is set up today. And so this product really tries to address that by focusing on the wishes of the actual patient. And that way there's less moral distress when there is actually an end-of-life situation. And some of these get pretty ugly, involving attorneys, lawyers, and whatnot, that are trying to resolve estate issues around end-of-life. So it's a very important problem, and it's something where we basically worked from a paper napkin style, sketching things out into, we've done multiple iterations in the market and released the product, and now Penn maintains and supports it all on their own.